Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle podcast with Hype. This is episode 102. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Special guest in the building. Introduce yourself to the audience.
You already know what it is. It's Sister Taleah Taylor, president of the City of Dreams Coalition. I'm also chair of the Social Music Movement, CEO and founder of From One Mother to Another, and a whole host of other programs really hitting the streets and the trenches.
Copy that. We both started off wrong. Sound like them.
Wow, alaikum assalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
All right. Now let's hit the rundown. Y'all get comfortable. E-Block Radio Network every Monday at 2 o'clock on the E-Block Radio Network. GFT Radio Network, 2 o'clock every Tuesday. Wednesday is 216 The Blend. That is 12 midnight, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Friday, I Say Podcast Radio Network at 10 a.m. Saturday is the THC Media. As of the recording, I want to send a special shout out to everybody who came out to the How to Hustle live show. How to Hustle live show 3 was a success. We appreciate you for coming through. We appreciate everybody who did show love, even if you just sent in some bread, purchased a ticket out of town and you couldn't make it. We want to salute you and say thank you. There will be a 4th How to Hustle live show, and we will get to you later on this year with the details for that situation. My cleaning company is at H2H Cleaning. It's custom H2H Cleaning. That is roofing, plumbing, HVAC, cleanups, cleanouts, flooring, carpeting, you name it, we can make it happen over at H2H Cleaning. And Custom Hustle World is my clothing line. Custom Hustle World on Instagram, Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter. We got jackets, jerseys, sneaks, football, basketball, baseball, hockey jerseys, and the sweatsuits. You name it, we customizing it. And they're one of one unless you buy 4. And the sneakers are available in any color. Just because the red and blacks are the prototypes does not mean that you cannot get whatever color it is that you need and whatever color it is that you want. That is at Custom Hustle World on Instagram, at Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter. Now, Sister Taleah, episode 102. This one is about community. Sister Taleah had a event that she tapped me in with on a 2 days notice, and I told her I don't have anything prepared, but I will definitely be there. We will definitely make this situation happen, and thank you for inviting me. We then have since had several conversations where she's put me on a little game of what she got going on, and we're going to sit here and talk about the importance of community. Now, if you've been listening to the How to Hustle podcast, you've seen that we had, shouts out to Kenyatta Bay, who was running the league at Choose for the past 20 years. We've had one of the rappers from the Young Flames on, Nephew, had him on, had Miro on to talk about the perspective of the kids and how the community is going. We had Cree on to talk about how the community is going. We had Quill from Let Us Help Us basketball camp, the free basketball camp for girls and boys. It runs all summer. He'll be get back up this summer as well. Neef, my man Neef, who's trying to he's trying to open up for kids who've lost their parents. He's trying to get a center opened up. Well, not even a center to start off with. He just want to start off with a couple of kids to try to have those conversations. Just because his son lost his baby mom, which means his son lost his mom at a young age, and he wants to create that safe space for kids. So community, very important to me. So when I tapped in with you, we connected, and now you talk about the community situations. Talk to us about why community is important to you, sister.
Oh, on so many levels, so many levels. It's not just the community is important. Rebuilding our foundations is what's important. That's what's going to make our community. Right now, our community is plagued with so much trauma, hurt, pain. Everybody just is hopeless. You know, until we can't have a solid community, a solid neighborhood anymore, until we rebuild and starting with our families inside our house first. The community, that's the only way we're going to strive, and for us to be able to thrive in the Black and brown communities. You know, every other culture everywhere around the world is thriving, but we need to re-understand and take pride in our culture, take pride in our people, and unite. We have so many different things from religions, beliefs, just so many different things that divide us, instead of us still coming together all as one.
All right. The thing that you said that I did, nothing is built on it unless the foundation is strong. You can't put a bench together if you don't get the bottom done first. So definitely you got to start there. You got to start on the ground. The problem I think that became in these situations with our communities is everybody just focused on home. You stopped focusing on, when I came up, I've said this several times, if you listen to the podcast, when I came up, you came out the door, the lady across the street, the lady next door, and the lady down the street are all looking at you walk across the street and make sure that car is not coming to hit you. Nowadays, say my kids got across the street and that's fine. And damn everybody else. When you got to be paying attention to the little girl and the little boy because they're watching you, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent that you're showing them. They watching everything that you do. I don't know why people always think like you can remember shit from when you was 6 and 7 and 8, but you think that these kids who are 12 and 14 can't remember shit from when they was 6, 7, and 8, and when you was doing and saying all kinds of shit around them. It don't make sense, and I don't know
Exactly.
why people do it.
Exactly, and that's the whole thing. Like even like earlier, I'm old, like older than you, and it's like people, the even the my I call my family, a big sister, and I come from a place of motherly love and big sis, and they're just now getting it. Why I'm telling them to pull their pants up, and I look at them twice, like who you talking to? I come from a place of even I've been in the streets. I was 12, 13 years old. I was left in these streets as a trade student. I always knew the family, the foundations, the respect, the honor, and also the leadership, that we need from one another. But again, even people aren't really focusing on that's one thing I can't agree with. People aren't focused on their families. They don't focus on their families until tragedy hits home.
Oh
A
yeah,
lot of
that's
a lot of these,
definitely a thing too.
yeah, a lot of these families, a lot of these kids don't want to be out here for the majority. There's a lot of followers out there, but there's kids out here that if given the opportunity, they will thrive. Given the opportunity, they will succeed. But they have to be given that opportunity. It's way worse than it was when I was young, but now all the moms, all the dads, most of the kids are out here in the streets fending for themselves, fending for themselves. They don't have a stable home to like, okay, they go home, get a snack and eat without 1,001 different men in the homes, all different types of different things that are really going on. So like the families, we're not focused on our families. We're not focused on our families the way we should be. That's why it was so important for me. As I had to learn how to be a mother. Even though I always had it in me, and my kids always, we never wanted for nothing. Even though I wrote the check for my housekeepers and hustled and I still always went to school. All that stuff, it doesn't matter. The nurturing, it's the how's your day going? How was school?
Yeah, the
Parents don't.
attention to detail, yeah.
Yeah, and
Because
like
they
and like,
that's the thing that we
but
always do as parents. As soon as we have kids, we focus straight on, damn, I gotta get the money, I gotta get the money. And all they want you to be is there. They don't remember the time that the money that you spent on whatever. They remember those times that you was there and took them wherever and did whatever with them. Whether they be your kids or like I said, the kids next door. Because that
mm-hmm.
was a thing that my mom and my dad did. Like, if such and such ain't eating, then bring them in. We can feed them. We got enough food to feed them. Why you gonna let them be hungry? You gonna run around with them all day? That's your man, and you supposed to take care of your man.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. But that was where we came up from. Now it's like even with these kids, it's like the kids are running the kids in these streets. That's why when me and Beanie originally when we came up with the we know what we have to do. What we have to do until we get the opportunities, until we get the resources. But still control your blocks. A lot of these moms be like, I'm gonna get my son to do this, I'm gonna get my son to do that, putting him in harm's way. Or knowing your son is out there on them corners, out because you done sold all the food stamps, so you can go out with your girls and all that other nonsense. Like it's just I see it time and time and time again. But the whole thing is what's the underlying problems? They're like the depression, what these mothers go through, looking for love in the wrong places, and then lowering their standards, but then also the men not being the men that they should be in the leadership. Sorry, in the leadership that they should be.
You
I
good?
saw. I swear I put my phone do not disturb. And the leadership. Oh, that's why I could use my director. But the leadership that we're supposed to have. The men aren't men anymore. The men and the men especially, like I've lived all over the place. It's like it's a different breed here at home in Philly. It's a different breed. It's like
Oh,
they gossip a whole lot. But I'm sorry. Look, the women
I'm
get
not
the
mad. I
gas.
ain't mad at you. Go ahead.
Look,
I ain't mad at you.
gossip is like oh it's the men on gossiping on live and like it's just sickening. It's really sickening. And for me as an elder, and I gotta keep trying to tell people, I'm older. I bop. You understand me? I am a survivor. I am a survivor from just having my fourth stroke on December 31st, wheelchair before, right before them because of domestic violence, while pregnant with my daughter, and I'm still, I just let people know around this time last year, you know, and told the truth because everybody was looking at me strong, strong, strong on clubs. I did this, I did that, but while I was in a wheelchair, a wheelchair, I started drinking, something I've never done. But I used it to tell people and let other mothers know that I understand the depression. Even though my kids always in private school, all the whole 9 yards, it doesn't matter. I was still broken. Do you understand me? I was still
Yeah.
broken. So it's
You
like,
trying to be everything for everybody else, but you never fix yourself. Is one of those things I always throw at people is the
mm-hmm,
loudest voice you gonna ever hear is the one in your head. The world can
yep.
tell you whatever, but if you don't believe it, then it don't matter.
Yeah, but also for different people, for different people, and I understand it even for men and women. And there's a lot of men out here that's angry. These young boys out here angry for so many different reasons. How many times you want to see your mom out there tricking, coming in all, you know what I mean, with bags, your what do they call it, the stripper bag, you know what I mean, and all different types of stuff. But
Um,
I'm just being truthful.
nah, this is one thing that you said now. It's the difference between a male and a man. A male is just somebody who was born with a penis. But a man is a person who handles his responsibilities, who steps up to those responsibilities and handles them accordingly. A male, like I said, is just somebody that was born with a penis. Um, Now I want you to talk to us about all of those different things that you do in the community, all those positive things that you got out there that you're trying to make happen for the city.
Where do I start? Ah, mm, where do I really start? Well, one, we have to like really focus on, you know, how all these different programs, how I'm able to, reach different generations. Everybody keep thinking, I'm Sis Taleah, I'm a saint. Anytime, don't look at me like that. Not at all. I'm a survivor. I even me being in the streets, I didn't grow up, no offense to, people out there getting their money. I didn't grow up to be a stripper. I knew always wanted more. I was left out there in the streets. Do you understand me? I hate to even hear when kids talk or whatever, we grew up in bandos. No, you didn't. You don't know what it is to grow up in a bando, but still going to school, going to temple. Like, do you understand me? So with all these programs, they come from my kids from different visions. I'm a visionary. I'm just starting to learn how people have their books, their raps, their poetry. I have mine of different dreams. How I want to reach people. I was a young girl out here in the streets and didn't have the ability. And despite the fact that I was a straight A student taking tumble classes in sixth grade, I still went through stuff. So that's where my from one mother to another program came in. Because if it wasn't for the people that did had placed their hands and their hearts on me, save me from the streets, I could have been tricked out. I could have been whatever.
What does the
That's what
one mother what does the one mother to another program? What does that focus on?
from one mother to another. What is focused on, just like myself. I was very abused child, and but I was born. The rest of my brothers, since 20 some of us, they were all born here. I was at a marriage. I was born in Jersey. My dad, I'm the only one that my dad raised, and he came and got me. I was like I said, very abused. When I got to Philadelphia, I wasn't a CDF student, and I'm talking about fourth, fifth grade. I was a W and withdrawal. Dude, I used to stutter really bad. I didn't even talk, like really
Mhm.
bad abuse. And when my dad came and got me, he brought me straight to, that's when I learned I was actually smart. When he brought me to legendary Mr. Brown School, from back in the day, Lancaster Avenue, Overbrook, everybody knows what that is. And from that one black teacher, Miss Johnson, taught me, I became a straight A student. From then on, taking all different types of stuff. I knew somebody believed in me. Somebody believed in me, but also from a mother's standpoint, how it's still me being in the streets. I didn't learn how to be a woman until, nobody taught me how to shave and all. Like when I was really out there when I was really young. But only, like I said again, I have to praise the Lord. I could have been so many other worse things, so many other worse things. But people that still had substance and character and morals that took a hold of me. So it still continues into based off the rest of my life where I had to learn how to be a woman. I had to learn. Thank goodness, I had some of my people teach me how to make real gravy and things of that sort. And then had a hygiene, and I'm fortunate enough to at least have a quick example of that. Then other stages of it is, also mental health. Like I come from I'm a mixed race. I'm Spanish, Jamaican, and 8 different Indians. I come from from a mixed race, but I also had to learn, with the depression. Everybody deals with something, but I was always in denial. Like I'm always tough, I'm always battling something, but I never dealt with my triggers. So another part of the from one mother to another is all these women, you know, uh, have been through something. Have been through something where this is depression, is domestic violence, letting some guy coming out your life, but you want love so bad because you don't have the support system. It's cycles to this. So that's another cycle to from one mother to another. Even me as a mother, I was out there hustling. You know what I mean, run around. But still respected. That's why I can still walk in different rooms and not nobody. My kids are allowed, and I'm very, I don't want to say prideful, but joyful that Allah at least instilled that into me. So with that being said, it's different levels to that one program based on everything I went through.
And if
Everything
somebody
that
wanted to sign, if somebody wanted to sign up, if somebody wanted to join the one mother to another, how would they be able to do that?
I've inbox us and reach us. I have a few of us, but what it is that's why a lot of people don't like me. I keep it real. I keep it completely real. I have more than a few cases that are successful, but they're not ready to get themselves together. Just like me, if it wasn't for my team and my like everything, everything I'm going through, I might have slipped back. You understand me? But we all need that support. So if when they all they do is call, they inbox. It doesn't have to be me. Even though I have a lot of people that attach to me once they finally know who Taleah really is. And I know better than the rest, but at least I survived. And I tell people that I use my story for other women. But like, even though I was this and I still fought through, this is still happening to me. Right now, my house keeps getting broken into. All these different things, people trying to stop me. Normally, I would have went back depression. But actually, it's been doing it's making me stronger because of the people that I have around me. I had to start, even though I was never into certain things that were Google kitties down the street and all that ratchet. People know not to, people surround themselves in neighborhoods or what's going on in their neighborhoods and what's going on with other people instead of what's going on with themselves. That's one thing. Unfortunate. I guess me being a tomboy growing up, I never cared for none of it. There's a lot of women that they're worried about this man who will get this man instead of all the hustle they got inside themselves, all the hustle. When they had the opportunity to really have the substance and the support system to conquer something, they'd take all that hustle into the boardroom or something else.
But this is one thing about hustle. If you hustle without structure, you just do a lot. Like you're not
Exactly.
accomplishing it. You ain't accomplishing nothing. You just doing too much at all times. Like you busy doing nothing all the time. Now,
Well, absolutely. And you're right about that. You're so right about that.
because I'm a man of many hustles, as you hear. City of Dreams Coalition. Talk to us a little bit about City of Dreams Coalition. What are you trying to do with that?
What am I trying to do? City
Oh,
Dreams is
excuse me.
there.
What are you
It's like,
doing? What are you
yes.
doing with that?
What have we
Let's lose
accomplished?
try out of this. Yes, copy that.
That's what we have
I'll correct
accomplished.
myself on that one. Yeah, there you go.
Yes. All right. Yeah. So it's like I said, City of Dreams. Like I was going into different programs. There's so many different ways that we really touch. I got you. That really touched the different generations. Again, like City of Dreams is like I can't sing because my me being paralyzed and all that stuff. I can't dance, but it's City of Dreams is a platform where we're all how can I say this? It's all overcome. We're interfaith, first of all. We're interfaith. I catch a lot of hell supporting other faiths. Even though I don't celebrate anything but Eid That's all I celebrate. Not even my birthday. I haven't even had a birthday party in my whole grown life. But City Dreams, we're so many different um, entities. We feed the homeless. We're City of Spitters label. for artists that I invest in them. So I was just serious about their craft and wanted to get back to stopping the violence or whatever the case may be. Hold on one second.
I mean, those is important things.
And
So
we have the block.
definitely let's salute you for those situations. But go ahead.
Yeah. Then we have the block by block. But a lot of people don't know. Can you call real quick and see?
Yeah, I got to go down to the last City of Dreams Coalition event and to see just all of the different things that you had going on down there at the press conference. You had like the job fair situation, you had the kids doing the talent show, you had fashion show going on, you had the musical performance, like just had a lot of networking and a lot of different things interacting in the city. And one thing I always tell people about the city, we get a bad rap for what's going on, and we got to do a bad job of connecting and helping each other. So if somebody is doing something and I'm able to shine a little bit of light on it just with the situation that I got, I will definitely try to shine that light on it and definitely try to bring anything good, anything that I can bring to the table to help out with that situation. So
Yeah, and
definitely want to salute
a lot of
y'all
people don't know I was
for
getting
doing
death
that.
threats early that morning. Things of that sort. Um, and as I'm evolving, I've had to let more than a few people go. We're actually making videos now, receipts of even just with our different how can I say this? People trying to get over. They always try to get over on people, back door. We give out opportunities. We give out opportunities, and it's like I always everybody know I'm very quiet. I don't go to do that back and forth. Well, okay. He called me just real quick asking. We don't.
Opportunities are sometimes the best things to hand people because they're gonna
Yeah, but
give them a chance to prove whether you want it or not.
but the whole thing is most of them don't. Most of them don't. And it's like even just like my ex assistant, she was only with us for a couple of months. And when I say just because she had knowledge, she came around and when I was just getting through a wicked domestic violence from my ex-husband. I was just getting through that, getting a life coach, getting a sponsor. She knew all that, and she played on all that. Just being thirsty, and it's like she done slept with so many people around me, all this crazy nonsense. And it's like when I came out last year, it's like, damn, I'm trying to help people. And it's like y'all just so thirsty about getting at rappers and sleeping everybody. It's like it's not about the mission for y'all. Do you understand? Like, do you
But
understand?
that's why one of the things that you just said was you had to cut off people. That's why
Yeah,
opportunity is the best thing that you can give people because the opportunity that you give them will weed out who wants it and who doesn't. Who's looking to have a
exactly.
hobby and who's looking to play. Some people like you gave me the opportunity to come down and I told you I'm on my way and
Yeah, but you
came
came
with
through.
I I came with nothing but my right hand man. Shout out to Ro from episode 100. It was me and Ro was all I had,
What?
and
CRO?
some no CEO Ro. That's my brother, but not even that Ro. My cousin Ro. CEO Ro. That's my
Oh,
brother. You know that?
you see, like that's your brother. What?
That's my brother.
Your blood?
Man, since that nigga got off the plane, that's my brother.
Yo, I'm done. I'm done. Yo, when I say like, even with the and he's seen a lot. Like he's seen a lot, and I was even telling him, and Candace, Candace, our head of our street outreach team. That's why I came. I don't move at nighttime. I don't move without them. And for them, I'm like how you say, weeding people out. And it's like now that I'm at the top of the strongest I've ever been, dealing with my strokes, dealing with still don't have a safe place to go. Cause I got two so-called Muslim men, boys, he put my house up one day. You know what I mean, one I got out of jail 3 times, but that once not twice but 3 times was there for. But like when I was going through it, nobody said, Sister Taleah, do you need a hand? Do you need some support? Not at all. So now the team that I've evolved and I have with me now, I wish I would go back to depression.
And that's the thing, right? That's one of the things too. Please, if you're listening to this, help
No,
the
I want
helper.
music.
We need you to help the helper. If the person you always call, you need to actually call them from time to time and see how they're doing, and not just dump all the shit that you got going on.
Yeah,
them.
yeah, exactly.
My
People don't
man called
understand
me.
that.
Shout out. shout out to Ted. My man called me. Ted called me like 2-3 weeks ago and said, "Damn, bro, you sound like everything went cool when I talked to you the other day. Everything good?" I told him he's the first person in my life that ever called me and asked me, "Damn, you good? Or how you doing, bro?" It's usually just like a transitional thing people say in a conversation. And I told him like, you don't know how major that was to me because it's the first time it ever happened, and I'm in my mid fucking 30s. But
Exactly.
before we wrap up episode 102, Taleah, I appreciate you coming on. This will be the first of many. We got a bunch of different situations that we'll be able to work out, a bunch of different things we're gonna be able to make happen in the future.
Yes.
Anything, any handles you want to throw out there to get the folks to follow you, or anything you want to say before we wrap up episode 102 of the How to Hustle podcast behind?
Yes, all I want to say is one, thank you to, and hold on one second before you pull off. I just want to say, may God, may Allah bless us all. Everyone that's coming
We're Muslim and
together.
never hide. We're Muslim and never hiding it on this show. So alhamdulillah.
What? I'm sorry.
I said we're Muslim and never hiding that. So you ain't got to.
Oh,
If
no,
you
no, no.
would like to say, may Allah bless you, then
Oh, I know. No,
alhamdulillah.
no, no. I know that. No. The Rain Battle, when I got an hour a radio, a lot of people don't know it was me doing street talk with the Rain Battle Moral for years. That once a quarter. A lot of people don't know that was me. But anyways, I used to be like, "Assalamu alaikum." They used to look at me like, "And no, I don't play no games." So like, but I just want to thank everyone like the test of times, the strength that they're giving, that my team is giving me, seeing who's really real about not just their craft, but about the support, about having integrity and character and morals, and seeing that the woman that I am, the woman that and everything I sacrificed that was there that day at the Met. That when I say we're still going to triumph, and I'm still going to continue to do everything that I said I was going to do. Everything. So I just want to salute everyone that has stood by my side, and it's not going in vain. We're about to go even harder. We have our iftar on April 13th. So I would love for you to come and I have the podcast and do a special taping for a special tribute and iftar on behalf for City of Dreams. City of Dreams, thanking all of our members, and also our other affiliates, and churches and that are also within City of Dreams. Asking everybody to come together to celebrate our holiday, celebrate one of our holidays. Like I said, we're interfaith, but as with all of us come together, then that we're going to continue to spread love. So that's April 13th. I'm taking a break. I'm taking a quick break. Then taking a quick break, but they're coming right back May 6th, May 7th for our 2-day, not one, but 2-day Stop the Violence basketball tournaments. If you don't know, we started with City of Dreams basketball for my kids. That was named after a song from Little Snoop and Meek Mills for my oldest son. So that's how that arrived. And that's where City of Dreams name arrived for my children and for Meek Mills because of my kids. But then we have that once every month. So it's not just a Stop the Violence event, but it's basketball, job and resource fairs, workshops, all different types of opportunities. So I'm taking a step back and seeing who really is out here putting that work in. I have to really reality check, and I can't keep pushing people that don't want to push themselves. That only hurts me, and I look at my people as family. So that I have to know that hurts me. This business is business. My business is helping other people dreams come true, whatever their passion is, and that's what I love to do. So with that being said, we have that coming up. We have our block by blocks coming up. We have our chat and choose with only a couple elected officials that we are heavily pushing that can understand us, understand the hip hop culture. So yes, we're not stopping. They can keep the death threats. They can keep putting the house up on the gram. That's not going to stop. That's not going to stop us because I have my team, I have my Ummah, and I have Allah.
Copy that. Ain't nothing else needs to be said. That's episode 102, y'all. We are